numismatic stackers, welcome, come back. All right, so this is the Sunday morning here. I want to do a video. This is going to be my complete 1878 silver dollar collection to date, because I do have another one that I won on auction on its way. I also have an Annex unboxing, which I have quite a few, I think 3 or 4 1878s in there. So this won't be complete, but still I have a whole bunch, and this isn't all of them. I have more. So let's just talk about the ones I have in these 2x2 flips. I know, I understand, a lot of you are gonna be like, yeah, that one's clean, that one's clean, that one's clean. But the thing is, I was trying to look for a key VAM. Sometimes I didn't get it, and sometimes I did find something really cool on it, and I just want to keep it because one of these days I'm gonna hit a big one. And I want to bring viewers into here because this is a real life thing that you can do. That I am so I guess I love this stuff so much that I have such conviction into collecting 1878 Morgan dollars that one of these days, studying these VAMs, I'm gonna hit something that's worth a lot of money, enough to buy a car, something. And it's just a hobby. My percentage is pretty good in my opinion. Most of the times the coins that I buy are worth more than what I purchased. All I really have to do is cross them back over or send them PCGS, and sometimes they're just an example that I want just for a teaching tool. So let's go to this one here. So this one I've had for a long time. Maybe it's not priced appropriately, but you can see it has the A1B reverse. So we know we have a VAM 20, so it's probably gonna be a double Liberty or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I don't have my app with me. I'm just gonna talk. Because usually I can just put my app right on when I'm trying to buy a coin, and it's right there. And sometimes I'm just going to talk about one single coin, then I'm going to know everything about it. It doesn't mean I'm not an expert at all. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I'm getting so to the point where I'm very comfortable, and I can identify a VAM in about less than 2 minutes, which is really cool. So I do have an app. If you guys are interested, I'll leave a link in the descriptions below. And this is another beautiful 7-tail feather. Let's see if I can remember exactly what this is. So we got a short arrow shaft, notch, whatever, knock, sorry. And so you want to see if the olive branch is connected. It is connected. You want to see if the D is broken. It is not broken. You want to look for that polishing in that wing. Yes, I see it. Yes, I see it, but not so much on the left side. So I could pretty much exclude that it's not the B2F reverse. Okay. So we want to look for open on God. Let's see if this is it or not. I can't really tell. Sometimes they're just not completely open, and sometimes they've been repaired. I can't really tell. And that's the problem that happens with some of these coins. You could say it could be an open old God, so then you have to go through the 8 VAMs that are on the open old God, and hopefully you can find it. Maybe this is a VAM 100. I have no idea. So I have not even searched this coin yet. This is just something I've had in a box. So let's just move on to another one here. VAM 112. So yeah, I buy these coins. They're in great shape. And sometimes I just want to roll the dice and see what kind of VAM it is. So we found out this VAM's not worth too much. I think I did a video on this way before I nuked it all. And there's a lot of reasons why I nuked the channel. I just want to be professional. I want to be a coin teacher only. Keep all my private life out of this. Keep politics out of it. Anything outside of numismatic topics, I want to keep it out. All right. That's why I'm starting over again, guys. Cleaned, obviously, and this is a reverse of 79 or R79. So what are the differences? I haven't done this yet. Hold on, let's go to 8-tail feather and a 7-tail feather. A lot of people can't tell the difference between on the obverse. Okay, but there's differences on the obverse. It's the eye. She's looking in a different position. When I see her eye, if you do a straight line, she's looking right underneath the eye, the E. Okay, this one, she's kind of looking a little higher. I've noticed that. This is a totally recarved design. There are some elements that are different, and then if you have a really nice example, you'll be able to pick that up before you're flipping it over. And a lot of people don't know, like, they have to count all these. Sometimes your eyes aren't that sharp, you know. But then here's the easiest thing to discern. You see how there's a clear separation right there between the A and the wing? You go over here, it's right into it. Do you see that? That's an easy way to discern the difference. Now, let's see, where's my R79 that I just had? Is this it? This is the R79. You see how this one's different? You see how they actually cut the serif? They shaved that serif in. See that? Because otherwise it would have been going right into the wing. That's the coolest thing. Nobody's ever talked about that. I discovered this. That one different thing on the reverse that nobody's ever talked about, other than the feathers, other than the arrow shaft itself. But that A, nobody's ever talked about that. I think I'm the first one to ever talk about the A being different, where the position is on that when they hand carve these dies. That's fascinating to me. San Francisco mint. Now, there's 3 main types of VAMs that I want you to look for, but there are a couple different VAMs in that series when I talk about like the RIB. Okay, there's 3 different RIBs. There's a VAM 22, there's a VAM 77, which is worth a lot more than the VAM 22, and you have the VAM 111. So what you're going to want to look for is an open nostril, okay, and then you're going to start seeing the doubling in RIB and all around the coin, but you have to match the die markers for sure to identify that coin. On the reverse, very simple. You want to look for a long arrow knock. Those are worth a lot of money, thousands of dollars, especially in a condition like this. One of these days, I'm going to find one that somebody has overlooked. And that's why I bring all this into your attention, because I'm not going to be telling you can find a special mint set 1964 candy half dollar out there in a box of half dollars. We know that that is kind of a farce. It is fantasy content. I like to do a hybrid. Real things that you can really find, and it's also a fantasy, okay? But you can find this. It's like a lottery ticket out there somewhere. The reason why I like this one is because this has that RIB that I'm trying to explain. Okay, this is a VAM 22, the least valuable one. But still, its approximate value is 5 times what I paid for that. And I know it's cleaned. I know it's clean, but it's an example for myself, and it's an example for education purposes for YouTube as well. All right, this one's a really neat one too. Found a VAM, a Hot 50 VAM. This one's pretty cool, but I cannot remember exactly what it is. But we've got a like spike in the eye. All I do is I go through these coins, guys, identify the VAMs, and it's really cool. Look at that R, holy cows. I go through these VAMs and I put the VAM listing on there. If I feel like it's gonna be worth something, I'll send it in. But again, it's a clean example. It was a spur of the moment. The coin was super cheap at a coin show. I just impulse bought this thing. But it's really cool to start collecting VAMs. I want to kind of get a little book just for myself that I don't want to sell, so I can start putting VAMs in order over time. It's going to grow. It's going to be a pretty cool collection. I got burned on this on eBay. I thought it would be something it's not, but it's a San Francisco mint, and I believe it's cleaned, even though it's proof-like. I think it's more like a mint state 60 if it was the grade straight, but I do see a lot of chatter and maybe some rubbing that's been going on in that field because how it looks kind of flat. I know it's going to be clean. It could be an EU58 in my opinion. They could net grade this thing down, and I just don't feel like, I think I'd break even or I'd lose money if I sent this into grade because you kind of get swindled when they don't give you a nice photograph. But look at that, it's got some nice reflectivity to it. But again, I'm gonna sell it as cost, and that's the best I can do. Hold on to it for a long time. This is a really cool alligator eye. I think that's pretty neat. You can barely see doubling in the eyeball itself. VAM 14.1. It does have the correct reverse. Let's see what reverse this is. This is the A1K. I believe that's the A1K. All right, I got more. This is gonna be a long video, guys. 1878. Everybody loves these coins. Everybody loves them. They buy them, they sell them. They go for gray sheet a lot of times. But I enjoy them. I love the very first year because the mint mark is absolutely different. I love how they're spaced out and they're much smaller. I love that look. I love this look right here. I love that blast white look. One's graded a little higher than the other. And I think NGC is pretty conservative. And I can definitely say that both these coins are the grade for sure, without any dispute, in my opinion, because I do see more marks in the field on this side than I do on this coin. Both the faces look pretty relative to each other, very comparable. Yes, and that looks nice on this side, looks nice on that side as well. If we flip them over, they're very comparable. I mean, they're so close, like splitting hairs. But the only thing, in my opinion, is that part of the field is the one candidate that's bringing that one down. Otherwise, it's a great, beautiful coin. I got this at a coin show. Maybe I paid a little strong, like $3.50 for that. I believe I paid a little strong, but I did identify the VAM. It's the polished ear. You can see how polished it is in there. Let me grab my jewels so you can see a little bit better. Yeah, it's definitely a polished ear, so it's pretty cool. Love that coin. It's just collecting VAMs and learning and researching. That's all it is. My very first VAM 9A. When I bought this coin super cheap just because there's a little bit of damage right there, like a scratch, and you know that can be thrown out. This could be basically cracked out and sent in again multitude of times, and it might just grade straight eventually, because you know I don't see it being cleaned like at all, like on both sides, like any rubbing like on the whole thing where it's actually damaged. Because I feel like if the whole coin is altered from cleaning, it's really going to bring down the value. That's not even close to what the retail is on it. Not even close. I'm literally 30% away. Literally 30% away. But I bought this coin feeling that was a great deal for this coin, and I explained to people, like, you know, this coin just has one small scratch area that they consider obverse damage, and I wanted that coin. I feel like the value is a little stronger on this particular coin, even though it's a details. Very cool. I got some more coming. This was a nice juicy buy. Where did I get this from? It doesn't matter. It's just beautiful. I'm gonna resell this thing. People love the oh yeah, I got this at Rum River Coins. Right. And it's 1878 San Francisco, and it's in a rattler. Dude, I had to have that coin. The reason why I bought this is because of the holder itself. There's nothing special on the VAMs or anything like that. I do have lots of 1878S's. I just wanted that holder. Do you agree that's a proof like? Let's see. I'm not even sure. I don't even think it's strong enough, in my opinion. I really don't. This coin, in my opinion, would not get the green bean. I'm just calling it out right now. ICG, they're not too bad. I remember I bid on this thing and I got it pretty low, like close to gray sheet on this thing. I think people are deterred from the ICG holder, and I bought it for the coin. I mean, I really thought this was very appropriately graded, and I thought it was some other VAM, but I was wrong. Okay, but it ended up being another Hot 50 VAM, which I'm going to send that in to get it reholdered. It's a very nice 7-tail feather, R78 long knock. So, and I love the colors. Why not? Great coin. That's going to PCGS again. This one's not, obviously, and we're going to keep that holder. That's a beautiful one. Since this one's already graded in a PCGS holder, I'm going to send it back to PCGS under my ownership, and then we're going to get that VAM attributed. VAM 19. VAM 19. I thought that was a fascinating VAM. Very fascinating. Lots of things going on in this coin. I don't think I want to sell this coin at all. I mean, I'm in love with this coin so much. I gotta have a mint state 60, for example, of the 8 tail feather, because it's like my favorite coin of all time. Love the 8 tail feathers. We have a couple more here. We've shown these before. So this was an incorrect labeled coin. And how does this happen? Well, because the customer themselves are probably sending them in bulk, because you don't see the shield here. You're not going to get a shield when you're sending in bulk submissions of Morgan dollars and just getting straight grades on them. So they just fly through them really quick. This can happen on holders that they misidentify them, and you can definitely see the 7/8 tail feather. That's pretty cool. So that basically doubles the value at gray sheet versus what I paid for that coin, plus I identified the VAM. Very, very awesome. And this coin, what did this? This became a top pop because VAM 144 Double Liberty, the highest grade known, is mint state 61. Yes. So this is going back to PCGS. They don't need to regrade the coin because it's already graded. I pay for a new holder. I pay for the attribution. Get it attributed. I'm sorry. Wow. Early in the morning, guys. Then I'm going to get that attributed, and it's going to be worth approximately $1,000 because there's no price level on a mint state 62 because there is 0 in the population for this on PCGS. That's going to be an awesome score. Absolutely. These are VAMs that aren't very popular as well because people are just not sending in their 1878 7-tail feather Morgan dollars because they're so confusing. Both of these, I found them on the exact same day, and I was lucky. You know, I study VAM World and a little luck. I have been looking and looking ever since then. Never found this VAM again. This is VAM 197 on both of these coins. You got the B2F reverse. The die cracks match perfectly. The circumferential die cracks match perfectly on both coins. They're exactly the same, which is fascinating. How does this happen? And they are the BUS doubled VAM 197, which there's only one in mint state 61 graded by PCGS. There's none graded finer. In my opinion, where do we think this coin would lie? We have a couple examples, but let's see. Where's that other one I had? Let's say 61. Let's see if we're really close. I would have to strongly agree. I think this coin may be undergraded. It might grade up. Is there something that's grading it down, that's net grading it? I believe it might be the roller planchet marks down here on the chin. Yeah, you guys know what those are. Basically, the coin they roll out this metal and stamp out the planchet, and sometimes you get these little grooves that are carved into that area of the coin. For some reason, it happens a lot. But I think that's pretty comparable. 61, 62. Do I have a 62? Oh, here. Let's look at this one. Very good. I'd say this one is pretty darn nice for a 62. But the color, it's dull, right? It's not bright. But, man, I've got this for gray sheet. So that's why I bought that one. Plus, it's a cool van. So I think we got more. We still got more. Oh, that's a 1921. That's awesome. I know it's not part of the 1878s. I'm going to put this back. It was just right there. We got A7. Here we go. A CAC one. I had to get one that's in a CAC holder, so we got a rattler and a CAC. I mean, that's awesome. I just got to get more CAC since they're kind of the new kid on the block, and they're very strict with their grades. Let's just look at these, you know, since we got a raw one here. So CAC G says this is a 62. Let's really look at it. I do see abrasions. We got some abrasions and scratches on the right side in the field in kind of a line. Okay, and then we got them kind of rubbing through here in that focal area and also in the cheek there. Okay, when you tilt it in the light, it's shiny. That's your That's why I call them abrasions. They're surface marks. Let's see what this one's like. You know, I'd have to say this one's a step better. I'd say this would probably be more of a 62 in my opinion. Maybe 62 plus. Okay, that's pretty close. They're very conservative. If this was in a PCGS folder, maybe it will grade a little better. But look at this one. Definitely this one is a little more marked up. Is it possible this is a 63? You know, I've always in my mind thought this would be a mid-state 62 all day long. Very, very nice coins. I'd have to say the one on the left has less marks for sure. There's one right there. There is a couple in here, about the same. There's one right there, about the same, comparable reverse. Obverse is very close, guys, but I'd have to say the one on the right has more marks on it, even though it's CAC G. So it's going to be a very interesting submission. Basically, I am at about 7 coins so far that I can send to PCGS as of this date of this video. I'm waiting to get at least 10 coins that I can cross over or grade to PCGS before I submit them. I'm taking my time. I'm cherry picking the right coins that are going to be worth some money. I'm not just sitting in your average everyday Joe coins. I want something really cool and tangible to really showcase that everything that I preach is legit and you can find these things. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please smash that like button, and if you haven't checked out some of my other videos, please check them out on the right side of your screen. You guys have a wonderful day.